What's going on, everybody? This is Blackjack. Welcome back to the Aurora Red Foxes Dynasty on NCAA 14. Today, we will be taking on the USC Trojans, the number 10 USC Trojans, on their own home turf as our home opener went up in flames against Colorado last week in a bit of a shootout. People wanted to see the depth chart for this upcoming year for the Red Foxes. I'm sorry I didn't do that for the first episode, but here it is. Chandler Gaines will be our starter at quarterback with Miguel D'Souza and Zach Leventhal behind him. We have decided to redshirt Mike Hayes in his sophomore year, as well as Courtney Davis, the incoming freshman. Marcus Timberlake will start at running back. Behind him will be Vernon Winslet and Santiago Rojas. Paul Phillips will still do kick return duties, and Karuga Konange will go ahead and redshirt this year at running back. David Blanchard, of course, is the fullback who converted from his tight end position 2 years ago. Isaiah Irving will be the number one receiver. Along with him on the other side will be Cam Frazier. True freshman, will play all 4 of his years without redshirting. Behind him will be Willoughby Sinclair, Dallas Killinger, Ben Cyphers, Javier Concepcion, Kitty Harada, and DJ Smith. Vinny Whitehall and Aiden Aldridge will redshirt. At tight end, Chuck Oferije, the freshman All-American, will be starting with Jimmy Ireland right behind him. At left tackle, we will start Axel Johnson with Jordan Jones-Carter, the freshman, highly touted out of Aspen, going to redshirt. And then at left guard, we have John James, who will start at left guard, projected to be the best offensive lineman that we will run this year, with Brian Stevens right behind him. Josh Nichols will finish out his senior year here at center. He has been the elder statesman thus far on the line, with Curtis Parker right behind him to back him up. He will not redshirt, as we need to have someone behind him. We have Frazier at right guard with Michael Ecker right behind him. Ecker looks to take over that role next year. Jake Bullock in at right tackle on his senior year will also start, with Mark Fellows right behind him and Jalen Johnson, the redshirt freshman, behind Fellows. Rongi Unitoa will lead the left end side of the defensive line, with Corey Jennings and Dylan Sherville right behind him. Dylan Sherville will come in on some packages, however, mostly in dime formations. Andre Swift will be the right end. Roe Jones-Carter will redshirt this year, as we still have Sherrod Brunner right behind him, the sophomore. Rashawn Hendricks will be the lead defensive tackle. Behind him is Jean-Franc Lacroix, Kalichi Chinyere, and then Eli Arnold, the redshirt freshman, will finally see some playing time this year, along with Jamarcus Johnson in some packages. At outside linebacker, we start on the left side. Quentin Cage, the senior, will finish out this year, starting with Stephon Porter behind him. You'll see a lot of him in the 1-5-5 packages that we'll run. Craig Kilgore leads the middle, along with Montgomery Ward. Buck Jones, who I hope to see a lot of this year, is a big hitter who can also play a little bit of coverage himself, along with Kai Wynn right behind him. On the right side, Connor Bruce, brother of defensive coordinator Spencer Bruce, will lead that side. With DeAndre Davis going to redshirt this year, he should be projected to take the starting job, as long as Alan Fontaine does not have something to say about it, if he does choose to stay and play his senior year. Dante Devine, the leader of the defense and that secondary, will go ahead and be the starting corner. Behind him now, Ishmael Finn-Michaels takes over the second spot, with Ashita Sakamoto and Vince Moore right behind him, Jeff Ryan and Curtis Campbell. At free safety, Sam Montgomery will finish out this year. Right behind him, Corey Carrington will most likely be taking over that spot when the time comes. And finally, Victor Van Slyke, who I had a lot of hopes for from his freshman year 2 years ago, now a junior, taking over that starting position over Jasper Willis. Landon Anazira will be backing him up, and then Atticus Wynn, who we will see a little bit of in some packages as well. Sean O'Shea, the kicker, of course, with Ed Garcia, the freshman, right behind him. And of course, we cannot forget Darius Watts, our do-everything punter. Introductions out of the way, we've got a football game to play as we are here at USC Stadium, the Coliseum. Red Foxes will be taking on the Trojans today. They play them for the second time in 3 years, and this time USC comes in as the number 10 team in the nation. This has not looked like there will be a fun one for Aurora today, but we'll see if the offense can do a lot better, especially coming off a 4 turnover game for 1 Chandler Gaines. Kickoff underway here. Davis to return. He's got some blocks in front of him and already hurdling over a man, shoving through tackles, and now having to fight off Sean O'Shea, the kicker, who brings him down at about the 47-yard line. The Trojans will start off today with great field position. 1st and 10. Here's Sam Darnold, the junior redshirt, handing off here to Ronald Jones, and that goes nowhere as Victor Van Slyke blows that one up in the backfield. A loss of 5 as the Red Foxes come out heavy with the blitz. Quick dump off here. That's Daniel Imatorbhebhe with a 14-yard reception, picking up nearly enough there for the first down. It'll be 3rd and inches. Handoff here. Ronald Jones giving chases. Connor Bruce able to trip him up near the line, and he'll be just short. Perhaps this will be a game of inches in the end as Chandler Gaines comes out onto the field after USC punts. 1st and 10. Split back shotgun formation. Here's Gaines. Pitch out. Winsley clobbered as he hits the turf hard after getting hit by the safety. Only a gain of 3 there for 2nd and 7. As Gaines now having to break off a sack here. Gaines looking downfield, keeping his eyes there, and finds Isaiah Irving open there for a 6-yard reception. Now it'll be 3rd and 1. Line up in that full house formation, which they love to go through so much. Winslet on the inside give, picks up 4 yards, and it'll be a first down for the Aurora Red Foxes. 1st and 10 now. Gaines looking to set up a screen here. They had DJ Smith in the backfield, but unfortunately, USC had it well scouted out. They knew something was up there with him being there, and sure enough, they stopped it immediately. 2nd and 13. Now 3rd and 13. Play clock winding down as Gaines now rolls out to his right, throws back over the middle. Isaiah Irving had his hands on him, but got rocked, and he drops it. That'll force the Red Foxes to punt. Here's Darnold on a read option, keeps it himself here, and just able to wiggle out of the hands of Ishmael Finn-Michaels and fights forward to get the first down there, a gain of 10. Imatorbhebhe comes in motion. Darnold trying to get out of the pocket and can't. He's brought down by Quentin Cage or a 6-yard sack. 2nd and 16 now. Here's Darnold. Looking. Pressure coming again, and now has to get rid of it towards the sideline. Imatorbhebhe was in the vicinity as he throws it out of bounds, but that'll force 3rd and 16. Pressure bearing down on Darnold again. Aurora's been doing a great job of forcing Darnold to make some uncomfortable throws, and they force another punt for USC. 1st and 10 here. Screen pass here to Timberlake, able to slip away from a tackle as he evades and picks up a gain of 4 as we're midway through the first quarter here. 2nd and 6. Kind of like an offset wing formation here. Gaines going to go read option, shakes off a tackle, and is able to use that big frame of his to get to fight for 5 yards. 3rd and 2. This should be manageable. Gaines underneath finds Wilby Sinclair. Good catch there, and able to pick up the first down and a little bit more. They'll call that a gain of 4 yards and a first. Gaines going to go triple option. Pitch out here to Timberlake, and they are all over that. 1 yard loss brought down by Iman Marshall. 2nd and 11. Gaines looking as he drops back, now rolls out right. Looking for anything to come open, and Timberlake gets his hands on the ball. What a spin move as he stays in bounds and makes some quite impressive moves along the sideline, but that's going to come back. Timberlake stepped out of bounds. That's a legal touching. That'll push them back 5. 3rd and 16 now. Gaines throw over the middle to Cam Frazier, who can't hang on. These safeties in the secondary causing absolute havoc for the wide receivers the second they put their hands on the ball. And here comes the Aurora defense doing the same. Craig Kilgore bringing Deontay Burnett down on the quick screen for a 2-yard loss. Darnold now dropping back here on 2nd and 12, trying to get away from the pressure. Unatoa bearing down on him, and that's picked off. It's Quentin Cage. Quentin Cage was waiting right there. Unatoa able to get a hand on Darnold and force the bad pass, and Quentin Cage comes up with a critical interception. 1st and 15 after a false start penalty. Gaines going to throw out to his right looking for Timberlake, and Timberlake not able to stay in bounds that time and loses 2 on the play. Nearing the end of the first, good throw over the middle. Willoughby Sinclair on the post pattern, making that reception and hanging tough there. 30 seconds left. Gaines looking over the middle. Good throw there, right in the numbers for Chuck Oparije. He makes his first catch of the day, and they put him inside the red zone. Timberlake now on the stretch. Not able to get much there, only 2, but that should take us to the end of the first quarter. 2nd and 8. Gaines. Play action, brought down, sacked. 7-yard loss, Malik Dorton coming from his right end position. Now 3rd and 15. Gaines looking. Throw over the middle, nearly picked off. It looked like he had Willoughby Sinclair open to his right and just never saw him. And Aurora will settle for 3. Darnold to the air, throwing right past Ishmael Van Michaels. He never turned around. If he had simply just turned around, he could have made a play on that ball. That big gain leads to now a Ronald Jones rush that ends up in negative yardage. A 1-yard loss there as Darnold goes back to the air towards the sideline, finds Michael Pittman Jr. The son of the former Tampa Bay Buccaneers running back makes a big catch there as they're at the 30. Darnold now trying to keep himself and get away, but can't. He is sacked, a 3-yard loss there as he runs straight into Sherville. Now here's Jones straight up the middle, and wow, what a leveling hit there by the corner Ashita Sakamoto coming from his nickel position. Darnold now throws the screen. Jones, wide open, touchdown. Ronald Jones II picks up a 24-yard reception on the easy screen pass. Great blocking there for him. Aurora now down 3-7. Here's Gaines. Throw over the middle. That's a big play there on 2nd and 11. Ofarije wide open in the seam, and he picks up 35 yards as he tried his best to fight off the safety there and picks up a big gain. 1st and 10 now from the 35. Frazier comes in motion left. The screen stretch play right as they have Phillips in the game here in the backfield. Phillips trying to make something here. Not able to get much though. USC speed is on par with his as he picks up 3. Gaines now 2nd and 7. Into the game. Here's DJ Smith in the slot there. Running a little comeback and picks up 15 there. Enough for the first down. DJ showing some good hands there. Hoping he improves upon the season that he had last year where he dropped the ball quite a lot. Read option here for Gaines on 1st and 10. Able to pick up 8 as he slides down safely to the ground for 2nd and 2. Gaines and the Red Foxes doing a lot better with ball security in this game as Vernon Winslet gets into the end zone on the halfback angle route. Touchdown, Aurora. That's their first points of the game and the first touchdown for Winslet this year. 10-7, Aurora takes the lead as we're halfway through the 2nd. Ronald Jones goes ahead and carries there for 6. And it back off to Ronald Jones. He's trying to fight there and gets the first down and then some. 6-yard rush, some tough running there by Ronald. Ronald again here on the handoff, goes nowhere. 1-yard loss as he's met in the backfield for 2nd and 11. Darnold now from the pistol. Handoff again to Ronald Jones, and again he's brought down in the backfield. That's Connor Bruce this time coming off the edge. 3rd and 11. Darnold looking, throws towards the sideline and caught. Deontay Burnett somehow holds on to that one, and now the Trojans are at midfield. But a big hit here by Victor Van Slyke coming up from the strong safety position, and here's Kilgore taking it to the house. Touchdown, Aurora. What a play by Victor Van Slyke. He didn't really have a chance at this one and just dove with his shoulder pad straight into the midsection of Ronald Jones, forcing him to cough up the football, and then Craig Kilgore picks it up and takes it to the house. A scoop and score puts Aurora up by 10. Darnold now handing off here to Davis as he has to check into the game as Ronald Jones is being checked out on the sideline. 2nd and 2. Darnold to the air, throws. Montgomery now laying out some huge hits. Safeties in the secondary on both sides doing a great job getting aggressive. 2nd and 9 now. Darnold gonna keep it himself, and Quentin Cage has to step up now and lay the lumber on Sam Darnold. Only a 1-yard gain for him there, which forces 3rd and 8. Darnold to the air, looking, caught. It's Deontay Burnett again. Deontay Burnett on an 18-yard reception as Dante Devine has to come up there and make the tackle. Throw underneath. Here comes Ronald Jones checking back into the game, but he is stopped for another loss. 1 yard loss there on the quick little dump pass to him. 3rd and 11 now for Darnold. Looking to go to the air and bat it down. That's Corey Carrington, the backup free safety, able to make the play there. And it's 4th and 11. USC to kick from about 54 off the upright. I can't believe that. It looked like it was going to be good, and it just nails the crossbar and bounces right out. Great position here for Aurora as Paul Phillips tries to stretch out again here, and apparently he just does not have that step today. 2nd and 12. Aurora trying to really put this one away early if they can, or at least create enough of a lead so that they can get separation. Gaines has to run out of bounds here and only picks up 5. 36 seconds left. If Aurora can get anything more here. Gaines looking, throws over the middle, caught Isaiah Irving, and he hangs on to it. What a catch by Isaiah Irving. Wow. 1st and 10 now. 30 seconds left. Gaines going to the air and picked off. Marvin Tell the third. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. That gives USC a chance now with 27 seconds left to maybe put a dent in this 10-point lead. This is a 2-possession game, which Aurora really needs if they want to hang in this one, as Burnett makes a catch over the middle. That's for 14, and USC will burn their first timeout. They have 2 remaining. 1st and 10 now. Darnold. Throw over the middle. Caught. Michael Pittman Jr. fighting his way through tackles, getting to the 20-yard line, and USC will burn another timeout. 17 seconds left out now for Darnold. Darnold to the air. Imator Bebe fighting his way in. Touchdown. Trojans. That touchdown now closes the gap to 3. And Aurora, while they do go into halftime with a 3-point lead, has to be a little disappointed they don't go in with a 2-possession game. There is at least one positive in that Aurora did receive in the second half. So they will start off here on offense. They'll go triple option here for Chandler Gaines. A chance to now bring it back to a 2-possession game, although I think they would really wish that they were looking to push for a 3-possession right now. 3rd and 1 now. Gaines throw over the middle. Chuck Oferije. Off of his hands. Incomplete. And now Aurora will have to punt. Here's Darius Watts back to boom this one deep. He gets this one all the way back to the 20-yard line. Hell of a punt, and Corey Carrington. Look at the job that he does in coverage to knock out Davis out of bounds and have the Trojans start at the 25. Throw to the air, nearly picked, tipped away by Dante Devine and off the hands of Victor Van Slyke. They have to capitalize on these opportunities, and USC is giving them a lot today as Darnold to the air, a diving catch by Dante Burnett. Excellent job there by Burnett to get his hands on that one and bring it down for a 15-yard gain. Now, Ronald Jones on the ground. Ronald Jones makes Van Slyke miss, and now having to be forced out of bounds by 2 Red Foxes near the 30-yard line. A 31-yard rush for Ronald Jones. They're going to go play action this time, faking it to Jones. Darnold looking underneath, batted down. Good coverage there by Ishida Sakamoto. He's been busy today. 2nd and 10 now. Aurora lining up in a 1-5-5 throw. Nearly picked off, and again, that was Sakamoto there. He was in coverage, but somehow Imator Bebe makes the catch and goes for 6 yards instead. 3rd and 4. Darnold looking. Throw nearly picked again. Dante Devine. They are not capitalizing on these opportunities, but Aurora able to force USC to a field goal. I think they should have gotten more. Gaines now a throw. Quick throw there to Marcus Timberlake. He picks up a gain of 7. It turns out the small things are really making the difference here in this game. Gaines now rolling out to his right. Looking, can't find anything. Gaines fighting for that first down marker and gets it. Having to take the hit and picks up the necessary 2 yards. 1st and 10. Gaines, handoff inside. Here's Santiago Rojas checking in for the first time today as he goes ahead and uses that big frame of his to pick up a gain of 11. 1st and 10 now, halfway through the 3rd. Gaines rolling out to his right now, feeling the pressure, gets it to Willoughby Sinclair. Good dump pass there, able to have Sinclair fight his way forward and pick up a gain of 13. D'Souza now checking into the game as I guess Gaines gets a breather here, and he gets the football knocked out of his hands. He's trying to pitch it back to Winslet, and it got batted away. Another costly turnover for Aurora, and USC now has a chance to take the lead. Aurora once up by 10 on USC, but I guess this is why they're the number 10 team in the nation. They do not go down easy. Ronald Jones able to fight there for some big yardage. Ashita Sakamoto having to bring him down. Darnold handoff again, Jones. Then Michael's first one to meet him there, but he picks up 9 before he's even touched. And it'll be 2nd and 1. Darnold now in the gun. They're gonna go option here. Darnold didn't really know what to do with it at first, keeps it and fights forward. He's still on his feet, and then Ishmael Finn-Michaels finally brings him down after a gain of 7. Inside the red zone now for the Trojans. They look to take the lead for the first time today, midway through the 3rd, and Ronald Jones goes nowhere. A loss, no gain whatsoever there. Actually, this would be the 2nd time they had the lead. They did have the lead a little earlier when it was 3-7, as Ronald Jones picks up a gain of 3 to make it 3rd and 7. All tied up here still at Trojan Stadium. Connor Bruce off the edge. Sack, 7 yards back for 4th and 14, and USC will have to settle for a field goal. Last one went off the crossbar. This one up and good. 2017 USC. 2:30 to go here in the 3rd. Gaines now has to make a drive here. Gaines gonna roll out to his right. Looking and just has to throw it out of bounds here for 2nd and 10. Good pressure there by USC and that front 4 as they're looking to change the complexion of this game completely. D'Souza checks in again here on 3rd and 10. Throw underneath. Vernon Winslet barely gets enough. He is met right at the marker and is able to get just barely enough. Gaines checks back in. We're going to go read option here. Gaines able to fight through his offensive line, get past midfield, and picks up the first down. A 14-yard gain there. A great rush by Chandler Gaines. Minute 50 to go here. Gaines going to throw the screen pass underneath here for Timberlake. Blocking not all that great, but able to make one man miss and make something out of nothing there. 7 yards for 2nd and 3. Offset I formation in the pistol. Gaines is going to hand it off here to Timberlake as he tries to fight forward there to get the necessary yardage. Only able to get 2, and it'll be 3rd and 1. Offset I goal line formation here for David Blanchard, able to go ahead and just use that big frame of his to get the 2 yards needed there to convert. 2nd and 10, ball at the 38-yard line. Here's Gaines. Looking, throw underneath. Able to find Sinclair in the soft spot of the defense, and Willoughby Sinclair now comes up injured as he's on his back. Medical team comes and gets him off the field as now Winslet checks in and picks up the 2 yards needed there on 3rd and 2, a 4-yard gain as he has not gotten a lot of touches in this one. Gaines now looking back to the air. Here's DJ Smith once again, making another good catch there. 9 yards for him. That's his 3rd of the day. 2nd and 1 now. Gaines moving Winslet in motion left. Here's a handoff to Timberlake as he decides to just go straight up the gut and able to pick up the first down. 4 yards there as they are now inside the red zone. Gaines throw over the middle on the slant pattern looking for Frazier and his first catch of the day. He hasn't done so yet as we are now in the 4th quarter. Gaines throw over the middle, going to his favorite there, the angle route that time for Rojas. Didn't have the speed to get there in time, however. 3rd and 10. Gaines looking, stepping up in the pocket, breaks another sack. He's been doing great at shutting off a lot of the defensive ends that have been coming his way, but not enough to pick up the first. And Aurora will settle for a field goal as USC comes back out on the field. Darnold getting rocked by Victor Van Slyke from his strong safety position. 2nd and 2 now for the Trojans. 6:07 left to play. Here's Darnold on the speed option, and he keeps it himself to go for 3. Decided not to pitch to Ronald Jones, although it looked like he probably could have gotten something out of that. Handoff now to Jones. Jones trying to fight off the tackle of Kilgore, gets the first down, and Dante Devine has to wrap him up with the legs in order to bring him to the ground. 1st and 10. Darnold now to the air, throw underneath, got Imator Bebe on the crossing pattern. That wasn't underneath, that was over the middle actually, as he picks up the first down, the big tight end. 1st and 10, handoff here now to Ronald Jones, fighting through his offensive line, able to pick up the first and has to be wrestled down by Ashita Sakamoto. The corner has been really busy today. 1st and 10 now for Darnold, looking to throw off his back foot to the end zone, picked off Sam Montgomery. What an interception there, and a clutch situation as Sam just gets his head around, picks it off, kneels in the end zone, and now Aurora takes control with 5:42 left to go in the 4th. Big possession here. Gaines, triple option, gets leveled. He's got to be careful. They have been very prone to fumbling as of late. 3rd and 4 now for Aurora. Gaines, looking, throws underneath. Cam Frazier, hello, finally makes his first catch of the day. That 5-yard one gives him the first down, a crucial catch there. 1st and 10. Gaines gonna go triple option again. This time pitches it out to Timberlake, who's able to make something there with 5 yards as defense converged all over it. 2nd and 5. Gaines now with 4 wide. Gonna throw underneath. He's got Cam Frazier again, and another first down conversion here for Cam as he's able to get his hands on it and keep it down. 2nd catch of the day for 10 yards. 1st and 10 as time is winding down. 3:20 left to go. Gaines has to just get rid of this one as the pressure was bearing down on him. He had Amon Marshall right in his face. 2nd and 10 now. Aurora's still spreading it out. Throw over the middle. Got Wolvie Sinclair crossing on a slant pattern. Good job there. Great hands by Sinclair today. That's his 5th catch, and that one goes for 14. Handoff to Winslet. Winslet gets another touch here as he shoots straight up the gut. And it looks like Aurora is just looking to run down the clock as much as they can here. Keep the ball away from USC and put up a score. Winslet handoff, able to stretch it out to the outside, tries to juke past the man as he picks up the first down and then some. 11-yard rush inside the 20 they go, 30 they go. Timberlake now getting a handoff here. That one picks up 4 yards and it'll be 2nd and 6. Winslet, inside handoff, straight up the middle, able to get to the 10-yard line, and now it'll be 1st and goal. Vernon Winslet, 15-yard rush. That is big. 1st and goal. Come out in a ace formation, 2 tight ends. Rojas, stretch play, outside, touchdown, Aurora. Santiago Rojas to the house as he gets his first touchdown of the year. But the only question now is, did Aurora leave too much time on the clock? We saw them in this situation at the end of the second quarter, where they left about 30 seconds to go, and USC was able to score. They have 3 timeouts. They'll start out here with Michael Pittman to the sideline. They need a touchdown to tie. Aurora looking for the upset. Darnold to the air, throw over the middle. Burnett makes the catch. They get to near midfield, and USC has to burn a timeout. 30 seconds to go. Darnold in the pistol with Jones behind him. Darnold gonna look, going to the air to the sideline, nearly picked off by Dante Devine. Oh boy, that could have been big if he came down with that one. But that's been the story for Aurora today as Deontay Burnett makes that catch there for 8 yards, getting leveled. They haven't capitalized on the opportunities where they needed them, and this throw goes to the sideline for Johnny Mator Bebe, 18-yard reception. And that gets the clock to stop as they hurry it back up. Darnold going back to the air to Pittman Jr., who gets out of bounds. USC has 1 timeout left, 10 seconds to go, 2nd and inches now. Darnold, they're setting up the screen for Ronald Jones. He's got good blocking, but Lacroix comes up from that defensive tackle position to shove Ronald Jones out of bounds. 5 seconds left. This could be the game right here. 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun, looking, throws over the middle. Got Deontay Burnett. Burnett into the end zone. Short. Game over. Aurora wins. 27-20 at USC. They upset the number 10 Trojans. As I mentioned earlier, it was gonna come down to a game of inches, and literally, a knee comes down in that end zone an inch shy as he did not cross the plane. Wow, what a game by Aurora. Defensively, very proud of them. And I mean, this should have been a turnover fest for Aurora. That somehow did not happen. They only were able to intercept the ball 2 times. There were chances where I thought they should have maybe picked it off about 5. But Aurora coming clean with their first ever win over not only a Pac-12 opponent, but also their first ever win against a ranked opponent, and it's a top 10 team in USC. A big day altogether from this group. Defensively, they were excellent. A lot of mistakes not made on offense. Gaines played a much better game today, and we have to thank Sam Darnold more than anybody else here. The 2 interceptions were crucial, especially the one where he threw it off his back foot to Sam Montgomery in the end zone to stop their drive where it looked like they were about to score again. And man, what a game by the Red Foxes to steal this one away from them. Deontay Burnett had an amazing game for the Trojans as well. 10 receptions, 139 yards. He was very busy for that Trojan offense. And that will take us into a bye week going into next week. We'll do a little bit of recruiting before we talk about the Colorado State game that we will play in week 4. But for now, let us celebrate a big win over USC in their own home turf, who we played a year ago or 2 years ago for the first time ever. And in the rematch, it is Aurora who comes out victorious. I will see you guys next week. Thank you all so much for watching. Blackjack out.